Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray. I'm a detransition male, and today I'm going to be reacting to trans activist Erin Reed and her TikTok about trans women being banned from angling competitions in the UK. So let's see what Erin has to say about that.
This just in. Apparently, there is a new sport that transgender women have a biological advantage at. Wait for it fishing. You see, in the United Kingdom, the Angling Trust this last week decided to ban a transgender woman from the women's team. The Angling Trust is the organization that covers all of the professional fishing tournaments in the UK. In banning her, they cited potential biological advantages that trans women might have at professional fishing. Now, most people, whenever they saw this news, reacted as you might expect. It's pretty ridiculous, the idea that trans women are just having fish jumping into our boats because they're naturally attracted to us. I promise the hormone therapy that we take does not lead to an increased ability to fish. This is not the only place where we have seen this ridiculousness.
Okay, so I know Erin is trying to be all like cute and funny here, saying like, "Oh, it's ridiculous that trans women might have a biological advantage compared to females." But it's not ridiculous at all. Like it's really not. Like this is a very sensible like policy grounded in the empirical facts. It's not bigoted. It's not discriminatory. It's not ridiculous. It is a sensible policy based on the indisputable fact that most vast majority of trans women have gone through male puberty, and male puberty grants certain physiological advantages relative to people who have not gone through male puberty. And given that fishing and angling is a physical sport, it requires a lot of physical strength and stamina, particularly in the upper body, where trans women who have gone through male puberty, or anyone who has gone through male puberty, particularly has massive advantages in the upper body. And going on hormone therapy for a year or two does not make those physiological advantages conferred through going through male puberty disappear altogether, not significantly, like barely at all. So like if you've gone through male puberty, it doesn't matter if you got on hormones, you're still going to have a physiological advantage, particularly in regards to upper body strength. And like there's been systematic reviews showing that HRT does not significantly diminish the physiological advantages that male puberty confers. So let's actually look at some things here. So here's an article. England bans transgender women from England ladies team following protest. So the protest was about this trans woman, Becky Hodges. The protesters cited concerns that Hodges had an unfair strength advantage in an event that involves casting and dealing with strong winds and currents. So yeah, that's not a bigoted statement. That's not discriminatory. That's not ridiculous. They're saying if you've gone through male puberty, you have a physiological advantage over people who have not gone through male puberty. And given that fishing is a physical sport that involves physical strength and stamina, it's not that crazy to think that trans women are going to have a unfair physiological advantage, just in the same way that we don't allow females to take performance enhancing drugs. Male puberty is equivalent to a performance enhancing drug because it confers unfair advantages to compared to people who have not gone through male puberty. So let's actually look at the policy statement from the Angling Trust organization. So they say that angling is a gender affected sport. So they say it is lawful under the Equality Act to restrict participation of transgender individuals from sporting competitions where physical strength, stamina, or physique are important factors in deciding who wins, if that restriction is necessary to make an event fair or safe for everyone. So we specifically considered whether born females would be disadvantaged by the inclusion of trans females in female competitions and teams. Angling is a gender affected sport. So they did like research, they consulted people. They acknowledged that like angling is not purely physical because angling relies on equipment. It relies on like skills and techniques honed by the angler. So there's a lot more that goes into angling than just your physical strength and stamina, but physical strength and stamina do affect performance to a significant degree, such that it is like enough of a difference maker in terms of providing a justification for the fact that trans women have a physiological advantage that's unfair given to the fact that they have gone through male puberty. So let's just remind everyone some of these physiological advantages that male puberty confers. Q angle, you can, it's just the angle of your femur here, so you can apply stronger torque off your limbs here, coming off of the femur from the hip. Higher center of gravity, VO2 max, body fat differences. That HRT does affect that. Larger skeletal muscles, particularly larger muscle fiber cross-sectional area, especially fast twitch type 2 fibers, which are more for explosive power, which is important in strength sports, and fishing is a strength sport, as I'll get to later. This translates to higher muscular power output, particularly in the upper body, because upper body skeletal muscles have more sensitivity to testosterone. So if you've gone through male puberty, that explosion in testosterone in male puberty confers like significant advantages in your upper body. You have a larger heart. Like longer limbs, denser bones. Those longer limbs confer different torque advantages, such that you can have, stronger torque, higher ratio of muscle mass to body weight, lower carrying angle, which affects your grip strength. So, gripping onto the fishing pole as you're fighting that fish, that's going to play a difference. And the carrying angle, is like relevant, so there's all these different things. So actually, if we go here, fishing and fitness exercises to help you out on the water. Fishing is a much more physically demanding activity than you might think. Here's another one: battling monsters, no nonsense physical conditioning. You're battling a monster. You're battling a sea monster. That requires strength. So look at that fish. These things weigh up to like 100 pounds. So they're saying, look at this. They're saying fish as massive and merciless as enormous GT. I don't know what type of fish that is, like tuna or something, have been known to leave anglers with damaged tendons or muscles or even a ruptured disc. Pull against a load with a reel set at 35 pounds of drag on an 8-foot rod for 10 or 20 minutes to get some idea. So this idea that it's ridiculous to think that having gone through male puberty confers an advantage in physical strength, when clearly physical strength plays an enormous factor in regards to your success. Because what is a fishing competition? They judge fishing competitions based on how much weight of a fish you can pull in. But if you can pull in fish faster, if you can cast farther, if you have more physical strength and stamina, you're going to be able to, have a competitive advantage as a result of having gone through puberty. Here's another one. Are you in fish fighting shape? Contrary to most people's opinions, fishing is a sport that can brutalize the body. Fishing is a physical sport, and the fact that Aaron Reed just isn't capable of doing the tiniest bit of research before sounding off about how this is discriminatory and ridiculous. And I want to share this other thing. Let me switch to share my tab here so I can share the audio. So I want to play a video here. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to watch Strongest Men versus Strongest Fish.
So guys, we got 3 of the strongest men on Earth. We got Devin Laird, ex-Special Forces, arm wrestling champion of the world. Juju Mufu, the only guy.
Let's see.
Juju, dude! You're right here.
What's big about that, Juju?
Just gonna rip my arm off here.
Fight him, Juju.
You see how strong that guy is? He's gonna rip his arm off.
Nice.
You got it. Let me.
Sweet.
Don't let him eat it. No.
Devin, you got it. Hey, I got you. I got you. I gotta leave that.
Don't high stick. Don't high stick.
Okay.
Don't high stick. Real. There. He's there. Real.
Oh, pull him. Pull him, Juicy. Pull.
Need help?
Pull. That's it, Juicy. You got him.
Like, are you seeing that? That guy is like 230 pounds of pure muscle, and he's like struggling against this fish. Like, that's crazy.
Juicy. Thank you.
Dude, you're a prehistoric animal.
Now imagine like doing this for like 3 hours, reeling in one of these fish. Like, it requires physical strength and stamina. Look at this guy. Like, he's struggling.
Hey, and that never touched.
It did.
Look at that thing. You see how big that fish is? Like, you know, you don't think strength has like relevance in reeling this thing in?
That's a clean one.
That was a clean one.
Golly.
There he is, Juju.
Yeah! Ah! I did it!
Come on. Oh my God. Come on, Devin.
Now we got him. You got him. Real. Yeah! Yeah, big boy!
I know. Just let's look at this. This is crazy. Like, it's so it's like ridiculous to think that it's ridiculous that strength plays no advantage in fishing. So I don't know. Like, I just think this is like, you know, it's not about transphobia. That's the crazy thing. Like, you don't have to be a bigot. You can think trans women are women. You can respect their pronouns. You can call them she, her. You can call them a woman. You can believe that their gender identity is valid. You can validate the fact that they identify as women. But at the end of the day, they are males who have gone through male puberty, who have an identity of a woman, but they're not female, and they've gone through male puberty. And male puberty confers a whole host of advantages that are relevant in the sport of fishing. So I don't know. I just think like trans activism is like very often divorced from reality. And I think it's like sad because like it just like, yeah, it's like confusing to people because people see these trans activists like just being out of touch, I think, with like how the world actually works when it comes to sports, and just being in denial of like the very real advantages that male puberty confers. And it's like every one who has an objective, you know, like who like doesn't have a personal stake in this, who just like looks at the evidence, like, you know, can see that male puberty confers a physiological advantage, particularly in the upper body strength. So yeah, okay, well, that's all I got to say for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.